This video is the continuation of our topic vertebrates. We already know that vertebrates are the animals with backbone, which are further split into 5 classifications: the fish, amphibians, birds, reptiles, and mammals. I will discuss the reptiles, birds, and mammals. Reptiles are air-breathing vertebrates covered in special skin made up of scales, bony plates, or a combination of both. Let's find out the characteristic of reptiles. Reptiles has a waterproof skin usually covered in scales or scutes. The scales are made of alpha and beta keratin and are formed from the epidermis, contrary to the fish, in which the scales are formed from the dermis. A scute is a bony external plate or scale overlaid with horn. Reptiles has ectothermic body temperature regulation. When we say ectothermic, any so-called cold-blooded animal, that is, any animal whose regulation of body temperature depends on external sources such as sunlight or heated rock surfaces. Unlike birds and mammals, reptiles do not maintain a constant internal body temperature. During cooler parts of the year, they become inactive because of their slow metabolism and heat-seeking behavior. Reptiles has a well-developed lungs, eliminating the need for gills or skin breathing. But some snakes have limited skin breathing ability. Almost reptiles produce egg or the amniotic eggs. Amniotic eggs have a shell or protective membrane and are fertilized internally, but some gave birth to live young, and the amniotic egg of reptiles and birds is surrounded by a tough outer shell that protects the egg from predators, pathogens, damage, and drying. Reptiles have 4 surviving orders. First is the order Chelonia. These are the turtles and tortoises. The second is the order Crocodilia. These are the crocodiles, alligator, and caiman. The third is the order Squamata. It has 2 suborder, which are Lacertilia. It is the lizards, and the second suborder is the serpents. It is the snake. The last order of the reptiles is the Rhynchocephalia. It is the Tuataras. Reptile reproduction also depends on temperature. The soil temperature is critical during this time. It determines how many hatchlings will be male or female. Young reptiles can glide, walk, and swim within hours of birth. Only boas and pythons give birth to live young. The other species lay their eggs in a simple nest and live. The young hatch days to months later. Do you know that the smallest reptile is the Jaraguaspero? It is a dwarf gecko. The largest living reptiles is the saltwater crocodile. Tuataras have tiny third eye on the top of their heads related to a human's pineal gland. That is all about reptiles. Now let's move to the second topic about the class Aves or the birds. All birds belong to the class Aves. It is derived from the word aves, meaning birds. Birds are the highest evolved vertebrates and comes in almost the same line as mammals. The general characteristic of birds are endothermic animals. Endothermic animals are able to maintain a constant body temperature regardless of their ambient temperature. Endothermic animals include all birds and mammals of the animal kingdom. Birds are tetrapodous vertebrates, adapted for aerial mode of life. Bird's body is covered with feathers. Cutaneous glands are absent. The body is divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail. Urinary bladder is absent and excrete solid uric acid. Forelimbs are modified into wings for flight. Hind limbs support the body, also adapted for walking, swimming, or perching, and bear claws. Narrow jaws are modified to form beak. Teeth are absent. Birds has unique respiratory system. Birds have many sacs attached to their lungs. As they inhale, air passes through the lungs and fill the sacs. As they exhale, the air passes through the lungs again. Essentially, they pass twice as much air through the lungs with each breath. Birds' bony exoskeleton is delicate and light due to the air cavities. Most of the bone are fused. Birds have amniotic eggs with hard shells. They have highly developed voice, hearing, and vision. They also specialize sense for nest building and care for their young. Over 90% of all birds are able to fly. Flight has been made possible by many adaptations like wings with an airfoil shape, keel-shaped breastbone with attachment points for large muscles that operate wings, hollow bones to reduce weight, feathers insulate and propel. Contour feathers give birds shape. Flight feathers give propulsion. Birds has also its diversity. The smallest bird is the human hummingbird, not much larger than a bumblebee. The largest bird is the African ostrich. It is flightless but a good runner. Penguins are the fastest swimming birds. It is also flightless. These are the few orders of birds. Falconiformes, these are the birds of prey or the raptor. Anseriformes, these are the ducks and geese. Stygiformes, these are the owls. And the Passeriformes, it is the songbird, and there are 25 more orders. That's all for the class Aves. Let's talk about the class Mammalia or the mammals. Mammal, any member of the group of vertebrates animals in which the young are nourished with milk from special mammary glands of the mother. These are the characteristics of mammals. Endothermic body temperature, meaning they are warm-blooded. Skin covered in hair or fur. In whales and humans, the hair is reduced to small patches. Four-chamber heart with fully divided ventricle and separate circulation. Of course, they have mammary glands. Mammals secrete milk to help nourish their young. Single jawbone. Unlike reptiles have a split lower jaw, mammals have a fused one. Specialized teeth. Whereas reptiles' teeth are all similarly pointed, mammals can have different shapes like molars, canine, bicuspid, etc. Mammals has a diaphragm, a specialized muscle that makes breathing more efficient. The three subclasses of mammals are the monotremes, marsupials, and placental mammals. The monotremes lay eggs, but they nurture their young with secretions from nipple-less mammary gland, the order Monotremata. And the three subspecies are duck-billed platypus, short-beaked echidna, long-beaked echidna, also known as spiny anteater. The marsupials. Marsupials give birth to immature offspring and then carry them in pouches. The subclass of marsupials, about 280 species and 8 orders, including kangaroo, wallaby, Tasmanian devil, Tasmanian wolf, marsupial mole, koala, wombat, and opossum, only native marsupial in North America. The third subclass of mammals is the placental mammals. Placental mammals can produce a placenta. It gives birth to a well-developed offspring. In fact, some species offspring can be standing and running minutes after being born. Placental mammals have a longer gestation period than marsupials. The main order of placental mammals, about 5,500 species. In order Rodentia, the mice, cats, squirrels, porcupines, and beaver. Order Edentata, anteaters, sloths, and armadillos. Order Lagomorpha, the rabbits, hares, and pikas. Order Insectivora, shrews, moles, and hedgehogs. Order Primates, monkeys, lemurs, apes, and humans. Order Chiroptera, the bats. Order Carnivora, dogs, cats, bears, seals, sea lions. Order Artiodactyla, ungulates, deer, cows, pigs, and camels. Order Perissodactyla, horses, zebra, rhinoceros, and tapirs. Order Cetacea, whales, dolphins, porpoises, and orcas. Order Sirenia, manatees, and dugongs. And the last order is the order Proboscidea, elephants, and mammoths. But mammoths are extinct. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something about vertebrates animals. Thank you.